Hi everyone, sorry I'm a few minutes late. Let me just hook this up here. We were getting our Jeep inspected, which is from 2011, so how old that is? 11 years old, and it failed. The emergency brake does not work, so we need to get it fixed. So that's why it took a little longer than I thought. But I'm here. I am all set up. Great. We have a couple people joining us. Perfect. So sorry I'm late, but we're here. All right. All right. We have Nancy on. Let's see who else is here. Be sure to say hi so I know who's watching. And let's see. I have everything else squared away. Here we go. Oh, why isn't this working? There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, sorry. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kim. Perfect. Okay, yes. So we have a big rejected R on our inspection sticker. And of course, it's the 4th of July weekend. And who knows if the garage is going to be open, but we'll figure it out. All right. Excellent. So let's see. As people are joining, I'm just going to tell you a couple things that are going on. Then I'm going to make the cards. Today and tomorrow is the last day for the kit sale. The BOGO, the buy one, get one at half off, whereas the more expensive kit is half off, which I've never seen that done before. So that's kind of cool. So there's actually one thing, I sent an email out yesterday with all the pictures. There's some gift bags, which is considered a kit because it goes with one of the tag kits. So that's $7, and then you can get a $25 kit at the half off. So pay $7, half off. So anyways, there's still a bunch of kits left, but there's only 2 days left. So some of them are selling out. So you just go online. I think I have a link, mailsomethingpretty.com/kits. Pretty sure that's a link that will bring you right to the kits section. So that's going on today and tomorrow. And the other thing that's going on, tomorrow is the last day to sign up for my paper share. Paper and ribbon share. I've never done a ribbon share before. Thank you, Sue, for suggesting it. Hi, Debbie. And so I have the prices and stuff, and the information's on my website. But I'm doing a paper share for the holiday. Let's see. Cindy says I'm here for a little bit and then have to head out, doctor's appointment. I'll catch the replay later. Sounds good, Cindy. What was I saying? Oh, the paper share. So local people in to go, and I'm doing a ribbon share. So all the ribbons in the holiday catalog, plus I think I included like the little holly jolly trinkets. I don't know what they're called. They're cute little bell things, and some really cool boxes with like a gold seal. They've never had those before. So those are in, plus the ribbon plus share. So that today and tomorrow is the last day for those. All right, let me flip this and turn it around. Someday I will figure out how to do it without doing that. It's like there's so much, it's not enough time in the day, right? Not enough time to get things done. Okay, let me slide this down a little bit. Put that over here, and you're wicked crooked. Let's see if that is better. There we go. Okay, I'm going to slide it down some more, and I think we are good. You can kind of see the cards that we're going to do. There we go. I think that's good. Hopefully, we'll actually put you down a little bit. All right, with that delay. Okay, I'm not going to fussy with it anymore. Okay, so I told you we're going to use some builder punches and a little trick. So I made a video. Oh, I didn't bring that card up. I made a really nice sailboat card for a club, and the video is on my YouTube channel. I've not yet uploaded it to my blog, but I will. And it showed a few different techniques in it, but one of them I go over different way, one way to punch out the sails. And then I made another video because I discovered a better way after I did that video, and I think I deleted it. So I figured I would show you that way on the Facebook Live. So this is one card made. Oh, where's the other one? I actually made this one first, but I thought it was a little busy. You know, it had the sunset, and I did a little sponging behind. And it's fine, but it's just a hair busy. So then I did this one, which I like better, a little bit more simple. But what I liked about, and someone else, this idea was not mine alone. They took the, and this unfortunately, oh, that's, tomorrow is also the last day for the January through June catalog. So there's a whole bunch of things on there on sale. This paper is in there, but it's well sold out because it was such fabulous paper. It's that New Horizons paper. But what I did is I just cut a circle, and that's how I got my little sunset. So if you have any of this paper, I think it makes a beautiful sunset paper. All right. So that's kind of what I did with those. This one's is a little busy. That aside. And then I did this one. So we're going to make a different sailboat card and a card just like this, but I'm going to show you a way for doing the punches. All right. Oops. So let me make sure. Okay. Alrighty. I have my pieces here, my stamp set here, my punch is here. So I have the sailboat built. They call these builder punches because there's different pieces that build a, an object. Same with the fish one. That's a build. Well, I suppose technically it's not a builder because you're not building one piece, but it has different pieces. So I think they may or may not still call it a builder punch. All right. So I'm going to move this aside because I'll do that one after. And I have my pieces here. I'm going to make it look a little bit different. I, instead of the sunset, I cut out paper with the birds on it. So I thought that might look pretty. And let me just show you where I got that paper, because it might be hidden from your site. So this paper is, this is the annual catalog that started in May. And so you get, someone orders either over 150 themselves, or if they do a party, like have different orders connected together, you can choose some of these usually they're host sets, but last year and now this year they've included paper. So this is the paper. It's a crazy deal. So all of these are at a discount, and use your stamping rewards to buy them. So only a host or someone who places an order over 150. So that's what that is. They're called Stampin' Rewards. A long time ago they were called Hostess Benefits, but now they're Stamping Rewards. You can choose anything on this page, and it's always the back of the catalog. So this is the paper that's right here. So you get 4 sheets of every design, so it's 48 sheets in the pack for $30. It's a really good deal. So this is the paper. This is just part of the pack. I think it's 1 sheet of each of the prints, but this is where I got the birds from. But it's kind of fun. I'll show you quickly what it looks like. We got some bicycles, kites, little pinwheels, got a happy paper, and 1 more sheet. Flowers. So it's happy paper. So that's where, in case you were wondering where this paper was, because you couldn't see it in the regular catalog, that's where I got these 2 sheets, the stripe, and I already cut that out. And I cut it out with those, I keep using them, I haven't even put them away, those Stylish Shapes dies. I've been using tons. So the biggest circle, that's where I got that from. But let me show you, what we want to show you is my trick or my hint with the Builder Punch. So usually, I keep my little templates in here. So what I did, and I've used this a bunch, you can actually kind of see I've inked it. So I take scrap paper and then I just punch it out. So there I have, it's like a template. So you can do that in 2 ways. You can just put it on a piece of paper and then stamp. Look how loved these are. They're stained. They're loved. I could put my block here, and then I could ink it up, and I could put it in here, and then I would do the same with the other sails. ink it all together, and then once those have ink, I would put it in the block. But I found a better way. It's with the Stamparatus. Now I know not everybody has a Stamparatus, but if you do, this is a great way of doing it. So I'm going to put my template. I'm not going to put it up here because then when I go to put it in the punch, it won't fit. So I'm actually going to, you know what? I'm just going to put it over here. Sometimes when I stamp too close to the edge, it doesn't stamp. All right. So now, because this is a stamp positioner tool, I have a little bit more flexibility of knowing where I want my stamps to go, because I really can kind of fiddle with them. All right, so I'm going to do those two first, because those are going to be the same color. All right, so I'm going to make those navy blue. Oh, I didn't bring navy up here. Ah! Wait, an old navy? Hold on, I might have an old navy. I do. Oh, no, actually, hold on. I'm ahead of myself. I was going to make these two different colors. I forgot. Okay. I was going to make these two different colors. All right, so I was going to do the little one green, Pear Pizzazz to be specific. So I'm going to ink this one. So that's going to go in there. So if I was doing two colors, I would have done them at the same time. So now I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to flip my plate over, attach that there. And this one's going to be Daffodil. That's going to go in there. And I could clean it off and use it again for the boat piece, but I have, your Stamparatus comes with two plates. So I'm going to put this one up here. So you really kind of get four sides with the two plates. So now I'm going to put this one in here. Put that down. And this is going to be, I'm going to try gray granite instead of the brown. I thought it would be too dark on that card. So it's going to be more of a gray boat. So you might be thinking, well, that's kind of a lot of work for one card. The other video that I made about 20 cards. And so, so now I could move this over and it shouldn't take as long. Oh, I moved it over, but I didn't put it in the right space. So the other one I did, I kept putting the paper in here. I've showed you that before. So I kept moving it, and I did like 20, like super quick. All right. So now when I line up my punch, or go to put it in here, it really lines up nicely. So I can punch all those three colors at once. So then I have my pieces. So I'm going to use, let me actually wash this off, because I'm going to do it again with a red rubber just to show you that it works with both. We're going to make a fish card, so I don't need these anymore. All right, so let's just move those somewhere. Put this card together, and I'm going to put my template back in here so I know where it is. So when I go to use that again, it's there. All right, and this should come together pretty quick because I have all my pieces cut. All right, so I'm using a pool party base, and this is from that same pack. That's pretty. Hold on. No, I'm going to do the stripes. I'm going to do my original. That is 4 by 5 1/4, a standard layer, first layer. Then I'm going to show you something, what I did. because usually I design a card. First I make it and then I show you, but this one I kind of half designed. So I didn't really put it all together. So I was trying to decide what size I wanted that white to be to put that on top. And I know they're here. I had made a video a long time ago and I will post it. It's only on YouTube. I will post it in the comments so you can see it. And you'll see the difference. I've learned a lot from doing videos, a little bit more comfortable. I made these templates, and so, let's see, here we go. I cut them, and they're all different colors on purpose. I cut them so that these ones are all 1/4 inch different, and I labeled them all. That's the card, please. And then that would be like the regular size of a card, so that it helps me. So say I wanted these, I wanted a card that looked like that. So now I know that I have my measurements written out here already. Does that make sense? So it's helpful. And then on this one, I just put a dot so I know that they're different. These are all on the 1/4 inch and these ones are all on 1/8 of an inch, because sometimes I want a really super skinny border. So let's see. So say I did a card like that, those colors you can't see. So say I wanted 2 skinny borders on my card base. So then I know, like now I know my measurements. That makes sense? So anyways, I'll post that video, that link anyways. So that's how I decided I came up with that size, which is this one, 4.5 by 3.25. Then I just put them together in a paper clip. All right, so let me put that together. I love this piece of paper with the birds on it. Actually, I like the yellow behind it too. My other one, this one, I stamped, there's some birds in the set right here. So I stamped, I think I did 3 sets of them, three of those. All right, so now we'll just put our, I was gonna stamp words on this one. Let's see, do we want words on the front? Let's see if we can fit them. I should have stamped them before I put that together. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do Blackberry Bliss, because that's the color that's in the stripes. And I could have done this with a Stamparatus too, but I will just eyeball it. Okay. Now I'll put my boat together. So I've been just gluing the boat flat, because to get a dimensional on that would be kind of a pain in the neck. So it's probably too much glue. And then I've been popping up the sails. So I'm gonna have that go off a little bit. Hopefully my sail fits. It should, yep. And then this is the first one I've done with 2 different colored sails. Let's see. And I kind of like, I'm glad I chose the gray granite boat instead of, I've been doing, all the other ones I've done are soft suede. But it's a little bit softer because, there we go. That's quite nice, I have to say. So those are 2 different sailboat cards, similar, but different with the layers. All right, so let me clean up this section for a little bit, and then I'm going to show you another card with just the red rubber, because that's a little harder to see. I need those colors. So put those aside for a second. So this card, I'm going to make the same card. that card I used, I used this last week actually, this set. I like it. I still haven't finished mounting them all, but a fish and a wish. I just thought it was kind of pretty. It's kind of like fuzzy and crisp at the same time, so it has a slightly different look. You can kind of see. It's not a super precise stamping, but I kind of like that. So I have a thick white base, and then this piece again was from that same post pack that I did the other card, and I cut this out already. I kind of thought that this looked not exactly, but kind of like seaweed. I don't really, you know, they're different colors, so a little artistic discretion there. And I cut them out of, these are the diorama dies that are in the annual catalog. So I think I used the third one from the biggest. All right. I didn't score this one very good. I was balancing it on top of a whole bunch of things and I didn't get a good score. All right, so I'm not going to glue it on yet because we're going to kind of stamp behind it. And we're going to use, here we go, a Post-it note will help us out. So these guys, most of them are already on blocks. And you can see actually this was my test case. I was testing different colors. And then this side went over the edge. I didn't like that, so I'm kind of using that as my reference point. And I'll wash that later. All right, you guys are quiet today. Not too much chatter in the comments. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to actually kind of copy this one. So I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. I kind of let the colors of the paper dictate my palette for the most part. The Pear Pizzazz was a little bit lighter than the Old Olive, so I liked that, how it was a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to kind of put that there. And I'm going to kind of put this one there. And I didn't want to get it on that edge because you can see the white edge here. So that's how I did those two. And then this fish is going to go over the edge. So what I did is I just took a Post-it note and kind of at least the 1/4 inch or the 1/8 of an inch that's going to be covered, because this will be going on top like that. So this is Calypso Coral, which is a little darker than the pink. I didn't want it 100% the same. I told you last week what I liked about these fish is their eye is right in the middle, so I can actually use my fish this way or this way, and I liked that. All right, I'll leave that out. And then same with this guy. Use them this way, use them that way. But for right now, I'm just going to use them in that direction. I'm going to move my Post-it note over on this edge. And I have two over here. Let's see. I don't know where this is going to be. I want you to be able to see them. Like that. I think that's all I needed that for. Okay. So this part is done because I'm going to put some on top with the punch. So let's do that. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus again, especially for the red rubber. It makes it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove this pad. So they give you just a, when you buy your Stamparatus, you get this mount. You get actually 2 magnets that I have extra magnets, so that's why there's extra. You get it's not this one with the grid on it, it's just a plain black one. And then you get 2 of these clear plates. So that's what comes with the Stamparatus, and really that's all you need. They have some add-ons such as this, but just the black one is fine. But I'm actually removing it for now because you use this with the photopolymer stamps. Because you see how skinny these guys are? There's not much to them. And then the red rubber have this gray foam underneath it. So the gray foam is kind of like this. So when you use the polymer, you use this to give it a little cushion, and it helps. You can certainly stamp without it too, but the cushion does help. But because these are red rubber, I don't want to do that because that will, when I put the stamps out here, it won't really be as flat as I want it to be. Hopefully that explanation made sense. All right. So same thing, I'm going to use that same piece of paper. I'm going to put my template here, and you notice I have a check mark here, and that's because this is the side I want to stamp on, because the punch, when you punch it, is in this direction. Because if I did it this way and I went to go punch, it wouldn't work. So I marked it so I don't forget. Put that down. So I'm actually just gonna clean these for a second in case I move them. All right. So why I like the Stamparatus for the red rubber is that at least the photopolymer you can kind of see through if I was just going to stamp on its own. But these ones, it's a little harder to see through. So I just want to make sure that I think I'm in the little slot there. They're sticky. All right. So I'm going to do this one blue. And I like to put a stamp set underneath it because it makes it level. It's a little easier for me to put ink on. Well, I was a little off, but guess what? I'm just going to shift this one because I haven't stamped the other one yet. So hopefully I'll do a better job with this one. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I think I'm in the slot. And you have a little wiggle room when you punch. And I'm going to just flip this over, use the other side. So I'm going to use that same Calypso Coral. That's pretty good. So these things, I was trying to figure out what they were. So obviously, I think they're fins for the fish, but there are no stamps of fins on here. So what I did, well, I'll show you what, I'll do it again. I'll show you how I did. I just thought of another way of what I was going to do, but I'm going to do what I did. So now I'm going to line these up. Again, there's a white border around them, so you remember it wasn't a perfect match, but you have a little wiggle room. So now I have my two. The other way I could have done it certainly was I could have just stamped it and then punched. And that's another way of I could stamp it this way. See what I mean? You got to pay attention. Oh, that wasn't a very good stamp, but this way. And you can punch it this way. And that one's not so bad. You're not wasting paper. But if you do like the blue one, make sure I go in the right direction this way. Oh, that's not even going to fit. So you have to cut the paper. So anyways, the template gives you a little flexibility. You also aren't wasting some of the excess paper. This fish isn't too bad. Some other punches, you really do kind of waste a lot of paper. So anyways, that's the template. So let me move this. We'll put this card together and I'll show you how I did those fins, or at least what I think that Stampin' Up! Wanted me to do. That's the right one. Okay, just going to glue that down. I'll have to look online to see if other people have come up with solutions for those at least I think they're fins. And this paper goes in both directions, so it doesn't matter. And I'm gluing it down rather than popping it up because they're, well, the other one, this one actually I kind of centered better. Where's my other card? My other one had this really skinny in here, and that would have been kind of hard with the dimensional. So I just did it, see, and they're all different blob shapes. Okay, so let me find, where's the good fish? This one. We're just gonna put a dimensional. Actually, I'm gonna put 2 on this one. And I like having the fin that goes kind of on top of that layered paper. And this guy, I'm gonna have him come in the middle. I think 1 dimensional is fine. And I like it on top of the seagrass. And then, so let me show you, where is it? So can you see I put like little fins on this, which I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I'll show you how I did it. At least for this card, I'm not sure if I like it. Actually, I can probably even use what I did. So I stamped, actually we're gonna make them opposite. So I stamped a fish, and then I just punched it out this way. And so I have this little fin that I can put on top like that. And the same thing, I'm just doing the opposite fins that I did. So this one at least has some scales in there. And that could go on that one. And I use dimensionals, you can kind of see. Makes it a little thick. But I think if you glue it straight down, then you're not even going to see it. So you'd almost, I guess, have a different colored fin. I think would probably be a better use of that. So let's see. I'm not going to glue them down, but I guess that might look better. I'll play with it, but that's how I got the texture. I just stamped it and then punched it out. So I'm going to leave these ones flat. But let me just stamp the words. I'm going to use that Blackberry Bliss again because that is in the paper. I already have it on a block. Sending well wishes. I think this would be a nice get well card. And I used, there it is. I don't know what it's called, but it has 2 ovals. It's in the annual catalog. So I first was going to do that one, which is big, but then I realized it fits nicely in that smaller oval. And I'm going to get this. I'll just punch that out and I will just put that somewhere else. I have a little box. I keep label pieces, so I'll use that for later. And then I have some scrap pool party here. I will just do the bigger scallop. And I'm going to actually put that flat. I did that in the other card. And then pop this one up. I just don't want to cover the fish. So anyways, that is my little trick with the builder punches. So you play with them. Sometimes it's very helpful. Sometimes, you know, if you're just doing one, it might not be as helpful. But if you're making multiple cards, it's definitely helpful, especially with a Stamparatus. All right, close this. Maybe I will. We need something on the inside. I'll just do that. I'll just put my fingers in the ink. I'll do that real quick. There we go. Went off the edge a little bit. Do we need a fish in there? I think so. There we go. Alrighty. So that's the project I had for you today. Was to show you that little, I even lost them. I lost them, my templates. I'll show you this one. Again, I just leave them in with my stamp case, and I'll find the fish one later. I might have put it in there. Let me put all those cards out though. You can see them all. I guess you just need to look at one of those. Those are kind of my cards for today. And I don't know where the busy sailboat one went. But be sure to check out the video. I will get it up on my blog. I've just been a little crazy, so I haven't had a chance yet. But the other sailboat card that has some fun, it's 2 different sponging techniques. Has a frame. It's really pretty. So you be sure to check that on my YouTube channel. All right, so let me just go over in case you joined us later. I wrote myself some notes. So tomorrow is the last day for the kit sale. And so I just wanted to show you what the kits look like. This one's they come sealed up, but you get these kind of nice boxes. So you get the polka dots and the stripes. So you can use these boxes for, after you make the kit, you can use them for a whole bunch of things. So it's kind of a nice box. But you buy one kit, you get the second kit at half off, and it can be the more expensive kits, the one you get at half off. And so like I was saying, you could buy a $7 or a $12 kit and get the $25 kit for half off, or I forget what the prices are. That might be another 20. I know the magnet board one is. Some of them might be selling out because tomorrow's the last day. So you can check it out at mailsomethingpretty.com/kits is a direct link to the kits and to me. Or I sent out an email out yesterday afternoon with pictures of all the kits. There were 2 when I sent it out that weren't available, so I didn't include those pictures. But there were a lot of kits, actually. It's kind of surprised me how many kits they had. So be sure to check them out. There's journals, there's crafting kits. Like there's a journal and a magnet board, a couple like pillow boxes, little gift sets. And there's actually 2 card kits in the crafting section because it comes with a box to put them in. And then there's a whole bunch of card kits. Some of the card kits don't even involve stamping. They have pre-printed labels. And so, I mean, you couldn't get easier, just kind of gluing everything together. And then some of them, the ones that come with the stamps, you get special stamps, photopolymer stamps you can use on anything. You get a little ink spot. It's a little ink pad. And then you also get an acrylic block. You get the D size, but it's just thinner. It's kind of like one of the paper pumpkin blocks, but it's this size. So all the stamps would fit on that size with the kit. So again, buy one, get one, 50% off. That last day is tomorrow. In my paper and ribbon share, the last day to sign up is also tomorrow because I'm going to place the order on Friday on July 1st. Make sure that nothing sells out. Papers are beautiful. I showed you some of the Christmas papers that I had ordered. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I showed you the candy cane paper. That might be the only paper I had actually pre-ordered. But I just want to show you when I put my paper shares together, this is kind of what they look like. I cut them 6 by 12. Some people cut them 6 by 6 and you would get like 2 sheets of 6 by 6, but personally, I like the 6 by 12 size better because if I wanted to, I could get like 3 layouts or the first layers of one sheet, whereas a 6 by 6, you can only get 1 and then you have some scrap. I just feel there's like more waste, and you can get 2 card fronts that way. So all my all the packs of paper in your paper share get labeled. This was just a leftover share, so I kept it. I label all the colors of what's on there. I'm going to kind of wrap them around a little bit. So you know, I've used it many times to know what's the coordinating color that goes with the paper, so you don't have to look it up in the catalog. And then what I do after I use some pieces, so I use some pieces here, kind of tuck them in here in this little belly band, and I use a paper clip. And they store pretty well that way. That's at least how I store them. So that's kind of what the paper share looks like. So you're going to get 1 pack of every paper in the holiday catalog. Cut this way. I think there's only 1 6 by 6, which I'm excited about. And then the ribbon share, I will make them kind of a smaller thing, label it, and wrap the ribbon around. And so you'll have them kind of easy to use. So those prices are also on my blog, but the paper share is $57. If you want it priority mailed to you, it's $66. If the ribbon share is $27. If you want it mailed to you, it's $36. Or if you want both the paper and the ribbon, it's $84. $93 if you want it shipped. But I'm also sending you a whole pack of the red and white glitter paper. That is 6x6. You got a whole pack for yourself if you do both the ribbon and the paper. And both of these include some celebration stuff. Papers, and I forget what I was putting in with the ribbon one, because it's celebration for July and August, which I'll talk more about later. And the last thing, which I didn't write down on here, and I remembered at the beginning of the video, was or the live, is tomorrow is the last day for this catalog. So if there's anything in this catalog that you like that is retiring, you need to get it today or tomorrow, because it will be gone. A lot of the papers are already sold out, because those always tend to go fast. I don't know about the accessories, but usually they put the accessories and the papers on sale. Some of the stamp sets are on sale too. So last day for this is tomorrow. And I think that's all I had for you today. So I'll bring these back. Where'd they go? That's what I had. So next week will be July 6th, I think. All of July, I'm going to be making projects with new holiday catalog products. I don't know what I'm making yet, but it will all be holiday products, a different one each week. And I will, on July 13th, it's Wednesday, I'm actually having, for those people on my team who live nearby, not everyone lives nearby, but we're doing a shoebox swap, and I haven't told them yet. I'm telling you now. They're going to be, that was weird. So we'll be doing we're doing a shoebox swap from a team event. We haven't gotten together in a long time. And so, I'll be filming people doing whatever that is. Whatever the projects we're doing, I'll be showing you. So that will be a little bit different that's July 13th. Okay, I think I've been rambling on enough. I'm going to sign off, and hopefully you like the tip on the Builder Punch, or you like the cards, and I will see you next week. If you celebrate 4th of July, happy 4th. Have a wonderful weekend, and post anything you're making on the VIP page, because I'd love to see. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm always happy that you do. Thanks. Bye-bye.